Kia ora everyone, welcome to ASMR session with Nanofox and my new model with this amazing blonde hair color. I have already filmed one video with her, and this video is the second one, but also I had a version of this video without me talking. So if you prefer a no talking videos, you can find this one already on my channel Nanofox. In this video, I'm going to create a beautiful hairstyle using braids, and I will put on those braids some decorations. And I thought that this will be a remake of the video that I did before, where I created Daenerys Targaryen hairstyle, but my model back then had red hair, so I thought it will be so nice to recreate that hairstyle on the blonde hair, the same color that Daenerys had. But to be honest, the hairstyle that I'm going to create doesn't have to be a Game of Thrones hairstyle. It is actually a really beautiful braiding that can actually be part of any fantasy story. And I really hope that you will like the end result, but also just watching me braiding the hair. I of course started with brushing out her hair just to make sure that when I create braids it is smooth and silky. For those of you who follow me for a while and watch all of my videos, I want to say a big thank you for your comments on my live updates video that I posted last week. That was so amazing. There was so much love from you guys. And I'm so grateful to have all of you and have your support. So thank you for being with me no matter what, and for expressing your love in such a beautiful way. I also had several comments from people who said they don't usually comment. That was even more special. I'm just separating first section, and I'm going to braid it into a reverse braid. This is what I actually noticed most often can be seen on Daenerys, a reverse braid. And then I will join it with the other braid in the middle at the back, like that. So I'm just going to start braiding it, and I want to start as close to the face as possible. And when I do the other side, I will show you closer what I'm doing, but it's actually just very simple braid where you cross side sections underneath the middle one, and it creates quite a sophisticated pattern like this one. Very nice, and I think deserves a fantasy character, especially with a hair as long as hers and this surreal color. I think she's a heroine of some fairy tale. And also, of course, I remember that I asked you guys to help me to pick a name for her, and I read all of the suggestions. There were so many good suggestions. Oh my god, I just couldn't pick one. I wish you could name her with many names, but I'm just going to leave that video for a while to see what you guys think about those names that were suggested, and we'll see which one is going to get more votes, and we'll pick something that suits her very nicely. So here you see me just braiding that reverse braid, and the other good thing is that you are actually braiding already in that direction of where the braid is going to be located. So in that way you're actually creating a very smooth start, and it will just be quite nice when you join them in the middle. And I'm just braiding it a bit longer than what I need, just because I want to leave some flexibility for myself in order to understand how exactly they will be joined. So this is how it is going to look like, and here in the middle. And there will be another braid, so I'm just sectioning a small piece here, and it's going to go underneath the first one. But actually I decided that this one is going to be a rope braid, and I've seen on Daenerys a couple of times rope braid, so I thought it will suit her well. And again, using just two parts of the strand and twisting them, crossing them between each other, creates a really neat braid. like this texture so much. You see me playing with it a little bit as well because it just created such a great piece of art. I guess it's all because of her hair, how beautiful it is and how silky it is. It's so nice to touch it. So satisfying feeling. Just running my fingertips over it back and forth. And again, putting a hair elastic over it, and you will see me now creating second one from the other side. Exactly the same way, and they will be joining together again underneath the reverse braid. And maybe it feels like a long time to create a hairstyle like that, but to be honest, it doesn't have to take that long. Several braids together, especially if they are different kinds of braids, they just look complex, and I think it looks very intriguing as well, but you don't really need to have any skills to do that. It's very simple, and if I can do it, anyone can, to be honest. Just simple braid. You don't even need to incorporate any hair from the sides, but it will look very nice. Well, now let's join them together in the middle here. Again, the texture is so silky and so satisfying. And first I will just use a elastic, but we will get rid of it. So just bear with me. This is a very simple way to create something complex. So now I just need to see whether it is in the middle and just make sure that I'm happy with how it joins. And let's see how it's going to look like. Very nice. I really like it. Alright, so here I'm just going to remove those two elastics and unbraid the hair. And this is the trick to join two braids together. I'll just brush those two tails that are left, and we're going to braid them. And here I'm going to do just continue the same type of braid, just continue on the pattern so it looks natural. And again, I'm just braiding it longer than I need, because this join with the rope braid eventually. It's going to be part of the same hairstyle. Okay, and here we have the joint reverse braid. I know that some of you really like me brushing the braids, so I of course incorporate that. And this eyebrows brush is perfect for those small braids. So it's going to look something like that. And first just joining the 2 row braids. And just pulling a little bit to create a bit more volume. And now continuing braiding just a little bit more to join those 3 together. To be honest, you don't have to do that. You can just leave it as it was. Depends on what you want to do next, but I just decided to braid it because I wanted to be a bit more complex. And now is the time to remove those elastics. Be very careful not to cut the hair, so maybe just use some scissors that are not too sharp. And you can see there is a very nice joint here, and it looks really good. So I'm just going to cut that one and use my comb to remove that. Yes, that is how it's going to look like. One more elastic here to remove, like this. So you see, it's pretty cute. It's a very neat hairstyle, very nicely joined together all those braids. And if you don't know that it was so simple, you would be guessing how it was done. Now, as I said, just playing with those braids for your satisfaction. At the end of the day, this is an ASMR video, so your tingles is more important than anything. It's always very nice to use that small brush on the tiny surfaces. And let's just put this up, and now it's the time to create another braid. I think this would be the fourth type of braid that we're using for this hairstyle. And this is a 4-strand braid. Again, this one is pretty simple, but I don't do it often, so sometimes I get a little bit confused where my fingers go. But once you started, then it's quite easy to continue. I obviously need to practice more to be more fluent in it. I don't know if you can apply the word fluent to braiding, but this is how I think I feel. And obviously the 4-strand braid looks very interesting. It makes the braid more volumized. It's quite wide. I wonder how it is going to look like on Tanya's hair, for example. And yeah, so I'm just going to pull through that tiny braid, and this is a complete hairstyle. I think it looks good. You could have stopped after the 2 braids were joined and just have it with a hair down, but of course, because we are here for ASMR, I know that many of you like watching me braiding. That's just another trigger, and such a complex braid made with very simple pieces. And again, running that comb over the braid, and even the other comb, the bigger one. Again, just another trigger for your tingles and relaxation. And also, at the end of this video, you will see me playing and brushing the hair a little bit more. If you are not asleep yet, you can stay a bit longer and watch me brushing the hair. But for all of you who are ready to go to bed, who are ready to close your eyes and fall asleep, I wish you to have a really good night. And remember that everything is going